there somewhere. But last time we came to town, we demanded action from our politicians, and they gave us $20,000 a year for motorcycle awareness. Now we appreciate it, but it's only $20,000 a year. So let's do a little bit of a comparison. According to the Sydney Morning Herald, taxpayers are pouring millions of dollars into lining motorways with cycleways that are barely used, and are building new bicycle lanes that the NRMA says will effectively cost $300,000 for every cyclist that uses some of them. There's $7.6 million for the Epping Road cycleway. The Westlink M7 cycleway added $60 million to the cost of that project, and it's a legacy of the former Roads Minister Carl Scully, who, by the way, gave us that 20 grand a year. And then the government has apparently paid $25 million to the company which owns the Lane Cove Tunnel to delay narrowing Epping Road from 3 lanes to 1 in each direction, leaving room for a bus lane and, wait for it, a cycle lane. Now, so, you know, that's fair enough for buses. They carry 70-odd people and deserve priority in transport planning. So I don't have a problem with that. In fact, allowing motorcycles to use bus lanes makes good sense. When can we start to use the M2 one is my question.
Yes!
Anyway. Now, motorcyclists appreciate the fact that they are sharing a lane with professional bus drivers who are 100% focused on driving that bus and aren't chatting away on a mobile phone or changing CDs in the CD player. But in the eyes of this government, cyclists are good, it seems, which may be so. But in those same eyes, the eyes of the government, we motorcyclists seem to be bad and ugly. They are taxing us off the road. Anyone see Eric? No, I didn't think so.
Still in bed.
That's okay, because I'm not the sharpest tool in the shed, but I thought I'd invite some others. The Roads Minister, David Borger. No. The Minister for Transport, the Minister for Finance. No, they don't want to talk to you. They don't want to front you, they don't have the courage to front you.
Get rid of them!
We have a government run by ministers for nothing.
Get rid of them!
That's all they are, ministers for nothing. They can't face their responsibility. They claim it's somebody else's problem. Well, guess what? We're not a problem, we're part of the solution.
Yes!
Very shortly we'll see if the opposition is reticent to chat to us. But let's get to our point. And that point is that in 1999 Bob Carr introduced this disgusting CTP scheme and did so in such a way that it favoured the insurance companies. Do you all remember 1999?
Yeah.
A bloke by the name of Prince wrote a song about it. We partied at the time because it was 1999, and so did the insurance companies, and they've been partying ever since. It was the time of the big insurance scare. HIH went broke, and we all found it hard to get insurance to run our local sports clubs and so on. So it was under these conditions that Bob Carr went into bat for his insurance buddies, and the New South Wales motoring public and us have been paying ever since. Grab this statistic. Under this wonderful scheme, insurance companies have been making up to 25% profit a year. 25% profit. Now talk about a super profits tax might be appropriate here, eh? Think about this. Around $11 billion in premiums have gone into the scheme since 1999, and only $5.4 billion has gone out in claims. Has gone out in claims. 5.4 gone out in claims, 11 billion going in. 11 minus 5.4. You do the sums because I'm sick of seeing the ground.
Send the yank home!
We have the most costly CTP scheme in Australia, and it pays the least benefits. It is an ad hoc arrangement of fixes, band-aids over band-aids, and it's time to let the patient go. Put it, this disgusting New South Wales CTP scheme, out of our misery. We've had enough of it. Show some leadership, Premier, and fix this problem now. Now, to improve this system and indeed motorcycle safety, and we have a long and proud track record of working to achieve this. So government and would-be government, please pay attention. We want some answers and we want some leadership, and this CTP scheme must be ditched. Think about this. Motorcycles are part of the congestion and CO2 pollution problem. Part of the solution. I said solution. We are not a problem, we are part of the solution. Can they not get that? Congestion is real and tangible. You can see it here. The congestion here is there every day. I'll leave you all to make your own minds up about global warming, but as riders we are already playing a big part in reducing greenhouse emissions. Our bikes use just 2 to 4 litres per 100 kilometres of fuel, which is better than a Prius. How many cars do you see one occupant travelling in every day? What I'm on a bike. Congestion, on the other hand, has some very heavy government hitters measuring the cost of this. The Executive Director of the Federal Treasury's Markets Group, Jim Murphy, says congestion costs are real and substantial, rising from costs of around $12.9 billion in 2010. As well as time costs, they include traffic delays, increased greenhouse gas emissions, high vehicle running costs, more road accidents and reduced vehicle velocity. Well, I'd like to see it. We'd also meet our Kyoto Protocol agreement. Wouldn't that please the government? So it's about time they saw us as the solution, not the problem. Who's with me on this? I could talk for another half hour on this stuff and hopefully they'd listen in there, but what I'm going to do now is introduce the Shadow Minister for Roads, Andrew Stoner, and he's going to have a quick chat to you. At least he's had the balls to front up, not like the other mob who won't even talk to us. Ladies and gentlemen, the Shadow Minister for Roads, Andrew Stoner.
Good on you, thanks. Thanks, Rob. And thanks to you all for giving us a unique welcome here in Macquarie Street outside the Halls of Power. It's about time the motorcycle fraternity made a loud noise, and you're doing that today. So congratulations, Rob and the Motorcycle Council, everyone else involved with today's rally. Look, you all know you are being ripped off on CTP insurance. You all know you're not being listened to when it comes to a fair deal in terms of roads policy in this state. Now, the government has provided, through the Motor Accidents Authority, dodgy data over to the insurance companies that allows them to rip you off. Premium increases of up to 105% is absolutely outrageous. And if it applied to every motorist, or in fact push bike riders in this state, they'd rightly be outraged as well. But it doesn't. It just applies to the one sector. Even worse than this is the fact that the Keneally Labor government refuses to go back and review that data. They refuse to listen to the motorcycle fraternity to get you a better deal. It's a disgrace.
Get rid of them! Get rid of them!
Now, in addition to being the Shadow Roads Minister in New South Wales, I'm also the leader of the National Party and the Deputy Leader of the Coalition, Liberal and National Coalition here in this state. So when I give you a commitment, you can be sure that it's got the full backing of the Liberal and National parties. It's got Barry O'Farrell's and my backing. And I want to tell you right here today that we do value you as an independent and legitimate road users group, and you will be given a seat at the table and a voice in government. We'll also review that dodgy data that's going over to the insurance companies so that you get a fair deal on your insurance premiums. All we've seen from this Labor government when it comes to two-wheeled motorised transport is one rip-off after another. Higher taxes, higher registrations, more fines, and now higher premiums on your insurance. We'll give you that voice at the table, we'll review that data, and we'll make sure that we'll address all of the issues in terms of the policy list that I've been given today by the Motorcycle Council of New South Wales. Let me tell you that it is time for a change of government in this state. It's time for a change to a government that is going to listen to the people who make up this state. Christina Keneally might get out there for the photo opportunity on the push bike, but she needs to understand, if you make motorbikes less affordable, think about it. 500,000 people might jump into cars, and what a disaster that would be for our state environmentally, economically and socially. It is a no-brainer. We've got to listen to you and we've got to deliver. Thank you.
Yeah, mate.
Action!